Today we're going to be talking about 15 questions that were released in the 2019 STAAR release test. So we're going to go through each one and make sure we know how to use the correct test strategies for each one. So number 1 says Oscar buys his lunch in a school cafeteria and the cost of 15 school lunches is $33.75. Which graph has a slope that best represents the average cost of lunches in dollars per lunch? So here, this is our rate, dollars per lunch. And so we have money over the lunch, right? So dollars per lunch will be money over lunch. Here we have some values that we can go ahead and put in. We know that 15 lunches is worth $33.75. And then we can have that in the calculator, and then when we do that, 33.75 divided by 15 gives us 2.25 or 9 over 4. Right? So this is actually a point that we can use. Remember, we have y over x, and so we have 4, 9 as a point that we can use. If we go through each one, 4, 9, here's a point for 4, 9. For B, 4, 9 is right here. 4, 9 for D, and for C, they are right here. So luckily, A is the only one that matches a point, so A is going to be our answer. Because B, C, and D, there's no point there. So that can't be our answer because it does not go through that point. Number 2 says a sphere and its dimensions are shown in the diagram. Which measurement is closest to the volume of the sphere in cubic inches? So we have a sphere and we want volume. We can use our reference sheet to show that for volume we got 4 over 3 pi r cubed. Our radius is going to be half of 15, which is 7.5. That will be our r, our radius. So in the calculator, we'll put 4 over 3 pi 7.5 cubed, and then that's going to give us a volume of 1,767.1 inches cubed, which is J. Number 3, it says the two lines graphed in the coordinate grid each represents an equation. Which ordered pair represents a solution to both equations? Whenever you have two lines on a graph, the solution is where they cross. In this case, our x, y coordinate is going to be -3 for x and a +3 for y. That's because this is -3, this is +3. This is x, this is y. So our answer is B. For 4, figure 1 and figure 2 are similar figures. Which proportion must be true? So here, let's look at each one. They are saying RS and AB. RS and AB, they don't even match up, right, for F, because RS starts with the 3 lines and then A doesn't start with any lines. Okay, so F is our answer. For G, we have TU, so we have 2 lines going to no lines, and then AB, no lines to 1 line. That's not even, they don't match up either, so I know this is not my answer either. HST is going from blank to 2 lines, right? 2 lines right here. And then E to F, blank to 2 lines, that matches up. Let's see if WR and CD match up. So WR from 0 to 3 lines, and C to D is 0 from 3 lines. Those two match up, and the red matches up. We can see that we can rotate this that way, and then we will have some figure 2. So here, H is our answer. Number 5, which graph represents a y as a function of x? We know it's a function if the x's do not repeat, or if it passes the vertical line test. To make the vertical line test, we draw a line, a vertical line, and if it touches twice, it is not a function. If it touches once, it is a function. So on C, obviously it's not because it touches once, or twice, sorry. It touches twice here and here. On A, vertical line, it only touches once. This is a function. Let's just check B and D to make sure. Here, if I draw it here, there's 2 lines. So that automatically kicks that one out. And then D, if I draw a vertical line on it, it touches in every single spot. So this one has more than one, so our answer here is A. Number 6, a polygon will be dilated on a coordinate grid to create a smaller polygon. The polygon is dilated using the origin as the center of dilation. Which rule could represent this dilation? We know dilation is multiplication by the scale factor, so everything that has adding, subtracting, we can eliminate. Here, our scale factor is 5/4, which is, let's see, 5 divided by 4. We get 1.25, and then our scale factor for J is 0.9. We want smaller, right? So we want the one less than 1, which is J. Okay. Number 7, aquarium 1 contains 4.6 gallons of water. Louise will begin filling aquarium 1 at a rate of 1.2 gallons per minute. That is my rate, so I'm going to put 1.2x. And then we start off with 4.6. Remember, this is y equals mx plus b, right? Our rate or our slope is 1.2, x, and then where we begin is 4.6. Okay. Next door, we have aquarium 2 contains 54.6 gallons of water. Isaac will begin draining. Draining is an important word here, at a rate of 0.8 gallons per minute. Because we're draining, our rate is going down 0.8x, and we're starting at 54.6. After how many minutes will both aquariums contain the same amount of water? So here we are setting them equal to each other. There's 2 things you can do. You can go to your calculator, y equals, put in this graph, then put in this equation, and then graph, and then you can see where they cross. That will be your, whatever x value, that will be your answer. Or we can solve it. Here I would add 0.8x to the 1.2x. Right? We can split it up. Here we get 2x plus 4.6 is equal to 54.6 because these cancel out. Then we would move our constant, which is 4.6, by subtracting 4.6. We get 2x cancels out is equal to 50. Next part, we will divide by our coefficient, so divide by 2. X is equal to 25. So here, our answer is C, 25 minutes. For number 8, it says the width of a rectangle is 4 feet, and the diagonal length of the rectangle is 13 feet. Which measurement is closest to the length of the rectangle in feet? So here we have 4 feet. The diagonal is 13 feet. We need to find this right here, okay? This is a triangle, and we're looking for a leg. So if we're looking for a leg, we can get our hypotenuse squared minus our leg squared. And if I put that in the calculator, 13 squared minus 4 squared gives me a 153. And then we take the square root always at the end. Square root of 153 is going to give me a 12.369, which is close to 12.4. So H will be our answer on this one. Okay, number 9, triangle PSV is shown on the coordinate grid. The coordinates of each vertex of the triangle are integers. What is the slope of P to V? So we're looking for this slope right here. So our rise over run is what we're looking for. We are going from P to V, we're going down 1, 2, 3, 4. So we went down 4. So our rise is -4. And our run, we go over 1, so to the right, so that's a +1. -4 divided by +1 will be a -4. And this would be just a type-in answer if you're online. Number 10, we have the triangle ABC was transformed to create triangle A', B', and C'. Which rule best describes this transformation? So here we see that it's not It's not dilating. It's not moving to the left or right. It's moving down. Let's see how many times we're going down. So from A to A prime, we're going down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we're not going to the left or right or anything. So we start off with X, Y, they're regular. Then it changes to, we don't move up or side to side, so we're just going to leave X by itself. And we are moving down, and that's the Y value. So Y minus 7. This is going to be our transformation in written form, right? And that is going to be F. For number 11, we have 2 customers took out loans from a bank. Henry took out a 4-year loan for $5,000 and paid 4.2% annual simple interest. Okay, so for simple interest, we know a formula is I equals P times R times T. P is going to be the money, so Henry is 5,000 times our rate, which is 0.042, and I got that from moving the decimal 2 places to the left. And then our time is 4 years. Okay, whenever I put that in the calculator, I get 5,000 times 0.042 times 4. We get $840 for interest. And for Ingrid, right, we get $5,000 times our rate of 0.39 times 6 years. So let's do that. 5,000 times 0.039 times 6. We get 1,170. And they're asking what is the difference between the amounts of interest Henry and Ingrid paid for of their loan. So we're going to subtract these. So our difference is $330, which is D. And let's go up here for number 12. A coach is ordering shirts for a team. The coach pays a one-time fee of $24. The coach also pays $8 for each shirt. Which function can be used to find C, the total amount of coach pays in dollars when K shirts are ordered? So we have C is equal to, for each shirt, that's going to be our slope or our M. And then the one-time fee is where we start, which is our B. Right, so we have Y equals MX plus B. We have Y, which is C, equals our M is $8, so 8X plus 24, or in this case, not X. Let's do our K, sorry. So we got 8K plus 24, which is that one right there. G. Let's go to 13. Which scatter plot does not suggest a linear relationship? Linear is a line, because it says line right there, between X and Y. So if we do a line of best fit or a trend line, that's a line, this is a line, this is a line, this right here is a curve, not a line, so C is our answer. For 14, what value of X makes this equation true? I'm going to write it over here. We got 12X minus 15 equals 6 minus 3X. We're going to split it in half. And again, you can write this in the Y equals, write this in the Y equals, and see where they cross. Or we can just do simple solving for the X. So let's add 3X, because that's the opposite of minus. We got 15X minus 15 is equal to 6. Let's add 15. And we get 15X. This cancels out. And we got 21. Last step is to divide by 15. We get X is equal to 21 over 15, which is also over 7 over 5, which is J. And the last one, it says a silo, I think that's how you say that, is a building shaped like a cylinder used to store grain. The diameter of a particular silo is 6.7 6.5 meters, and the height is 12 meters. Okay, so both of them are in meters. I can check that. Which equation could be used to find V, the volume of the solid, in cubic meters? So volume of a cylinder is going to be in our reference sheet. That is let me look it up real quick. Pi r squared times h. Okay, so we needed to find r and h. So r is not 6.5, it's going to be half of 6.5, which is 3.25. Okay, and our height is 12. So what we're looking for pi 3.25 squared, and then our height. Okay, here they have parentheses, so we can put parentheses around the numbers like this. Right, so we got pi 3.25. A is our answer.